Hi, my name's Ray.
And I'm Ian.
And together we are the Self-Build Coordinators. We're here today to tell you about the services that we offer and what we can do to support you to help you achieve your dream home.
We've got long-term experience in all forms of construction because between us we've looked after 200 individual projects now. I started off with commercial and industrial projects, and in some ways that's very similar to a self-build project 15 years ago. I then chose the self-build sector as my next career move, and I've looked forward to every single day since then.
And I started off as a client. So I always had a dream to build my own house, and I spent probably the best part of 12 years now having renovated 16th century buildings, extended buildings, and built an eco home which happened to be an award-winning home in the top 1% of energy efficient homes in the country. So together our support, our guidance and our experience draws from a whole range of things to help better inform you go through the process.
Each of our projects has been varied. There's a true expression that every project is bespoke. Many of the situations do follow on, and that includes obviously renovation works and new builds from a start, so that the work is very varied, and the number of trades and so forth is very wide as well, and of course you've got options.
So let's tell you about what we do to help you. Essentially the way we do it is we break it down into 4 separate chunks. The first 2 chunks I'll describe, and then Ian will describe the last 2. So the first one is really project appraisal. So let's say you have a plot and you're interested in working out whether it's feasible for the project to go ahead. Then what we can do is we can come out to the plot, we can talk your ideas through, we can do desk-based research in terms of planning options, and we can guide you in terms of the best potential way in which you could develop your project. So that would be stage 1. Stage 2 is more the design and planning stage. Now here we have a range of contacts and networks between us. So if you're struggling to find a designer, an architect and other professionals to guide you, we can use our time usefully to support you to find those people, present them to you, and then you can actually decide to engage with them and take those things forward yourselves. And essentially that allows you the capacity, if you don't have the time or indeed the knowledge, to get the right people around the table to help you to develop your ideas and turn them from the ideas onto paper in order to proceed towards a planning application.
And once the planning situation is completed and you've got your approval, that's the main risk out of the way. All of the previous planning that you've done is now being finalised. What we now need to do is to tidy the details up and work towards putting together the information, which includes choices and so forth, and looking at the constraints of any planning conditions that are being placed on the approval. The main task now is to prepare the plans for building regulation approval, and this is where some will say gets more interesting, because this is now the details, and they can become quite technical. Other third parties are sometimes involved, and from the building regs application that goes one way. We can also then look at how you're actually going to build, and that could be through physical self-building, or it could be hands-off approach where you look for a main contractor, and of course there are various stages in between those two, depending on how much time you wish to donate to the project. We're quite happy to provide draft tendering documents for you to use, or we can use those and put a package together on your behalf. But in every case you will be fully in charge of what goes out to whom and obviously very open to introduce your own contacts as well. Although we've got a wide variety of main contractors who may be suitable for your project. Once the tendering is gone through and the builder has been appointed, we then go into the main construction period. Again, you're fully involved with that for as much or as little as you wish to be, and we can also then look at offering you perhaps a monitoring role. We do monthly visits where we can provide a report if you're not available, and in a couple of the cases past clients on my side have actually not even been living in the UK. So with the advent now of Zoom and other forms of conference calls, wherever you are in the world, maybe on a work basis, we can still monitor things from site and send you a quick email with a photo on it and show you what we're talking about, as long as of course we know which hour you're in and we don't either wake you up or just as you're having dinner.
So what we have between us is a range of different expertise. We have a different depth of knowledge and skills, and we want to bring those to the table to support you at the right time in the right way. If you buy into our service, and one of us is essentially your main liaison person, if we don't know the detail, the other one is likely to. So we collaborate, we work together, and all of that service comes under the same fee arrangement. From my point of view, I would like to add another dimension perhaps worth noting is that I do have expertise from the eco development side, and I'm a big advocate of designing in at the early stage those requirements for energy performance for your property. Whilst I don't have all the technical expertise, I certainly have much of the knowledge and can find different individuals or organisations to help you in the same way that we were saying with the other areas of work, to guide you through that process at the start so that you are designing in the energy performance to the construction of your building ultimately, so you get what you want. So how does it actually work in terms of fee arrangements and collaboration? Well, one of us will be the main point of contact to you as a client. We'll either charge you on an hourly rate, possibly a daily rate, or for longer term relationships, we'll do it on a project-based rate, all depending on what sort of activity and support you require. So you can have bite-sized supports for each element or any of the elements. We'll help fill the gaps in the process, which inevitably there will be, and you can always call us, email us, or by arrangement talk through Skype or Zoom or whatever's appropriate for yourselves. So why not just come and see us? We're on the professional hub. We'll have a stand or a table available, and one of us is always here on each day of every show that's available.
We believe the centre itself is an invaluable source of information, and we often meet clients actually here in the centre. We can sort out perhaps whatever the issues are on hand, and also then can spend some time after a coffee and a piece of cake wandering around the centre and where you gain all of the knowledge. It's a unique place, and as you will find out during your day here, you will find all the knowledge, and please just keep asking questions. If you ask questions, you get the answers eventually. Thank you.
And one final point is to say that we are independent advisors. There is no financial relationship or gain between any other organisation and ourselves, and we will give you our direct and honest opinion based on our knowledge and our expertise. So once again, if you're interested, come and see us. We'd love to meet you and help you make your dreams come true.
Thank you.
Thank you.